Manny, how many training camps is this for you?
Oh, this is number 14.
Impressive. Still going strong, man. They brought in a small army of receivers, and your spot is your spot.
Man, it's just the hard work that goes into it, having the right mindset and really not taking this game for granted, whether it was my first year in 09 to you're looking at 14th year in 2023. It's just always having that mindset of I have to make the team and I'm coming for a roster spot, and that's been my mentality because nothing is given, everything's earned, so I'm out here to compete day in and day out for a spot.
You always hear the work smarter, not harder, but you seem to be the guy that just does both.
Yeah, you got to do both, man. You got to do both, and it's like film and what I put out there is my resume. Nobody cares what I've done in BC, the years I had out that way, or the year I was in SAS. What I've done in the past is in the past, and this is a what have you done for me lately. So that's how I approach it, whether it's on the practice field, the meeting rooms, the weight rooms. It's just always carrying myself as a pro and doing little things, the small details. And that's kind of been my whole focus at this point in my career is dominate the details, because I've been in many playbooks, been playing a while. You know what to do, but can you do it consistently at a high level without getting bored? And I think that's what has kept me around, is that I don't get bored doing the small things.
Manny, you're a cerebral guy. What do you see in this receiving corps that's this year compared to last year even, and how is the whole camp going?
Man, I see growth. That's the number one thing. You know what, I see guys that's willing, want to work, that's committed, and that's the biggest thing. But more important is the relationships, where we are not only talking football, but we talking life, we talking personal matters. We able to just have that real brotherhood, because at the end of the day, culture beat X's and O's. So, and that's what I like most about that room, whether me as being the vet to the youngest guy that's on the roster that's coming in, we have those relationships where we can talk real life, football. Hey, bro, we can hang out. Hey, if you need anything, don't be afraid to ask. And it's just not a generic statement. That's really how the room is. And like, if you look back there, a guy out there working on extra things from probably making a few mistakes, but that's what goes into being a pro. But I think the room's tight. Overall, as a team, you can see more of the brotherhood, guys playing for one another, having each other back. And I think that says a lot, being to how things were in the past, not to speak on it. But I know going forward, it's that brotherhood. So we win together, we lose together. It has the key thing, together. And it's we over me, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen since I've got here in Edmonton. It's like, hey, man, we finna turn some heads and really make some noise, but on the positive side.
I got to ask you about one thing. You ever seen a 36-year-old kicker come into the league, or a 36-year-old rookie, I guess, right? I mean,
nah, but it's like, look, hey, opportunities don't come, and when they do, be ready. So whatever his journey was, he's here now, and that's the only thing that matters. When you look out there, you're going to see the number, the last name, Faithful, and he's a kicker. The age is out the window. Just don't kick like you 37, 38. Kick like, so, hey, keep that leg fresh and good to go. But nah, it's just, man, that just goes to show you, man, it ain't over till it's over. Somebody would have been wrote him off. You don't stand a chance, or it's a joke, but, hey, I applaud him, and, the Elks giving him opportunity, not shutting the door on him, and he's able to live a dream at what most people would say is a career-ending age, so, nah, that's great.
Yeah. Manny, you said 14 training camps, which is remarkable. So at your stage of your career, how's the best way for you to lead others here?
Man, it's really by example, and a lot of guys come to me for advice. They talk a lot of things over. So for me, it's more so let me step back. I'm just a piece to the puzzle. This isn't my show. I'm still the Manny show, but this isn't my show. They have the guys in where it's their turn. So it's just easing them into that role, showing them how to be a pro. Hey, this is how you can lead. It don't always has to be vocal, and I kind of think that's where I stand. The bright lights aren't on me. I'm here to make plays, do my job, but also, keep the culture intact, keep guys locked in, bought in, and not to get distracted. And that's a role that I'm willing to embrace and I accept. The CFL game been great to me, gave me plenty of opportunities. And it's just to get this next generation, this next crop of receivers. I tell them in the room, be better than me, play longer than me. Like, I'm telling you what it takes. You seeing it every day when we practice and work out together. You have an opportunity to be better than me, but it's just all about setting a standard and just leading by example, you know, and that's kind of how it is. The generation change. Folks don't respond to hollering and all that other stuff.
Right.
So you know what, I'm gonna show you, and if I have to, I'm gonna pull you to the side and hey man, this is what we're gonna tighten up on, this is what you need to do. Yeah.
Gavin Cobb mentioned you specifically about tapping your insight and knowledge about being a pro after he suffered a pretty bad injury last year, which knocked him out of his rookie season. So this is kind of essentially his redo year.
Right.
But tell me about the work you did with Gavin and what was your message for him?
Yeah, his locker on side of mine, and at the end of the day, man, it's like no need to feel sorry for yourself. It's like work harder, nobody cares mentality. You had an off season to get your foot right, but this is how you're gonna lock in and be a pro. If you need to be early, be early. If you need to put in extra work, put in extra work. Because it's those things that's gonna keep you around. You see, and a lot of guys think, I'm a rookie, it don't matter, no one notices me. Yes, they do. So, and that's for him, just not how you do anything is how you do everything, basically. And that's what he's starting to understand. Like, I get here, if we got to be here at 7, I'm here at 6:20. He walk in, I'm like, you late, where you was at? Look, you got time to sleep on another day. You need to be here early if you're going to separate yourself. And the way you separate yourself is doing the small things, but taking care of your body and getting ahead of schedule. So they say availability is your best ability. If you hurt, you know use for inning, you know good for inning, you can't do much. So it's just taking that setback and just going forward. And that's why, man, when they played in Calgary, he got that catch. It was just like one of them full circle moments. That's the team that you thought everything was done with when we was over here at this stadium and you got hurt. But to come back, go out there and play and get a catch and score, it's like, that's a sign, man. Like, it's time to turn it up a notch and be consistent.
Manny, how important is it, the way last year shook down, how important is it to get off on the right foot against Saskatchewan?
Man, it's very important. It's like I had that mindset, it's like now or never. From the organization standpoint to us being players in the community, each year, or every game, like, it's going to get better, it's going to be better. It's to that point now, there's no words to be said. It's really, hey, June 11 need to get here, put the product out there, go win a game, and just get this thing going. Because when one come, it come in bundles. But I think the organization is at a point now we just have to go out and show. Less talk, more action, and just let the community know, stand behind your teams. We in this thing together, and that's how it should be, Support one another, and it's going to come. But, it's been a rough outing, but we're going to get over that hump and get things going. But, everything's get trend upward and onward, because once you hit rock bottom, the only way to go from there is up, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate y'all.
Pleasure as always.
Best of luck.
No
with
problem.
Take care.